From San Francisco, Max Scherzer focused on the task for the Nats, looking for the offense to lend some support against the Giants. Another gorgeous night in San Francisco. Welcome to AT Park. Game 2 of the 4-game series. The Nats are still searching for offense, and the Giants are still tough to beat in this ballpark. They always are. Bob and FP, like you, like the ball club, we're searching for answers, buddy, about this offense. It's now more than 3 games with 1 run scored, and we don't know what the simple solution is, but it's got to be something out there somewhere.
Well, we talked about shaking up the lineup last night. Matt Williams did that today. Michael Taylor leading off. Danny Espinosa back in the lineup. Clint Robinson in there, a guy who's been swinging the bat good all year. So you look at the last 18 games, no bueno. 6 and 12, 3.3 runs a game. The batting average, 226. Something's got to give with 48 games left. If they don't figure out the offense, they're in big trouble. But you feel like they're going to, because this team is just too good. When you talk to other ball clubs, even coaches on other teams, they're all coming up and saying, what's wrong with this ball club? Why aren't they hitting? Why aren't they swinging? I don't think we have the answers. If we did, we'd be coaching. But something's got to change if they're going to catch the Mets. Well,
better to have the horses looking for answers than to not have the talent you need on a ball club. The bottom line is the pitchers have to be pretty perfect at times. Now, Max hit hard a little bit by the Rockies last Sunday at Nationals Park, and it's not been automatic for him lately.
Well, 162 innings pitched, that leads the National League. So Scherzer's pitched a lot of high-intensity games, a lot of high strikeout games. There's a lot of miles on that card. That said, he's in the best shape of his life. He's one of the better conditioned pitchers in all of baseball. I don't think fatigue's a factor, but the last start against the Rockies for the 2nd time this year, he gave up 3 home runs. His fastball command was an issue. He was yanking it across the plate. Look for some adjustments to be made, and he'll be much better tonight.
Yeah, that is not a Max Scherzer ERA we're looking at over his last few starts. Now, Matt Cain, a lot of time on the DL this year with a flexor tendon in his right arm. He is still on the road back and scuffling a bit.
Yeah, his control's been off. His off speed isn't as crisp as it's been in the past. He's allowed 6 home runs in 7 starts this year, so he's having trouble keeping the ball in the park.
Well, last night, first inning might have been a microcosm of what's going on. Escobar hits the leadoff home run. The bases were loaded. Nats couldn't pin Ryan Vogelsong to the mat early, and then they paid for it later.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 home run, then crickets the rest of the game. They had a chance to do some damage early, so they're looking for the clutch hit. I mean, when you finally do get runners on as a struggling offense, you got to drive them in because you don't get many opportunities. So they have one in the first, and maybe you get Matt Cain before he settles into this one in the first, too.
The Nats are tied for the Major League lead in leadoff home runs. Escobar, first pitch of the game last night, so he's done it 3 times, 7 in his career. Michael A. Taylor has a couple. In fact, Taylor has gone deep at home and on the road, and he's in that leadoff spot tonight. Early thunder, that's what the Nats are looking for in San Francisco. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Willie Mays watching another one go a long, long way. Matt Cain, that's what he's hoping for tonight as he takes the mound for the Giants. Matt Cain, career 5-5 against the Nats. 14 starts with a 3.34 ERA. He's gone the distance against our ball club 3 times. It is gorgeous. 70%. The humidity just doesn't feel like there's any here in San Fran, even though it says 63%. Just a beautiful night, no clouds, and here come the Nats with a shaken up lineup. The big change, Michael A. Taylor first, Escobar second. A little further down, Clint Robinson in tonight with Jason Worth out. Danny Espinosa in the 7th spot. He's always hit well here. Danny has hit safely 6 of his 9 starts recently, on base in 8 of those games. So here's Matt Cain, 2-3 on the year and 7 starts.
That last game at Wrigley Field on August 8th, he got the loss, 5 runs on 6 hits. He walked 5 Cubs in 4+ innings of work. He threw 98 pitches, so fastball 91, slider, curveball changed to complement it. And only the 8th start of the year for the injured Matt Cain. Opponent's average 309. Like I said in the open, he's allowed 6 home runs in just 7 starts.
So Michael A. Taylor will get that leadoff assignment tonight. Never faced Matt Cain before, and hopefully a little pop and some speed to go with it will be big for the Nats. And then you got the good Batman with Escobar batting second, still collecting hits. He and Bryce Harper each have 122. So Matt Williams looking for a turnaround. And the Giants, by the way, are the 2nd best defensive team in the league.
And that's trying to make this defense run around a little bit tonight. Maxwell, Blanco, Pence, Crawford, Duffy, Adrianza, Belt, and Buster Posey behind the plate.
15-year veteran Chris Cuccione has the plate. Corey Blaser at first. The crew chief Jeff Nelson. There he is. Second base Laz Diaz. Over at third. Underway. Right on time at 7:15 out here. 10:15 for all of you back home. Thanks for staying up late with us again. It's been a long week and a late week. That's close. 91 didn't get the call. 1-1.
3-1 Pirates in the top of the 10th. Just saying.
Yeah, in the 7th inning, Cespedes hit a homer to tie that game with Pittsburgh. And I know they've already used Tyler Clippard and Jeris Familia in that game. And the leadoff homers. Escobar 3, Taylor 2, Span 2, tying the Twins. Nats have lost 6 of their last 7 road games since they won that series in Miami. And this is a stat we just don't want to keep updating. 1 run in the last 28 innings by the offense. 2-2 to Taylor. Buster Posey setting up outside in the breaking ball, nowhere near bouncing. Full count to the first batter.
Cain's had trouble with his mechanics, and his off speed has been a little bit flat. You saw a good example right there. That slider buried in the dirt at 88.
With the bases empty, he gives up a batting average of 378. Taylor on a pitch that was outside hits it upstairs. So he'll see at least 7 pitches in this first AB. Hard to walk, Michael. There's the entire at bat, only 20 times all year. That's way inside. Nats get their leadoff man aboard.
We talked about the command. 5 walks his last start against the Cubs, and that was in just 4 innings. So that's how this one starts. A walk. How did last night start? Well, the first pitch of the game. And then if you're a Nats fan on the East Coast, you could have went to bed. That was it.
That was Escobar's 8th of the year. He's driven in 35. Career, he's 1 for 4 with a double against Matt Cain. And here's an ideal situation. A guy who can handle the bat. They have to hold the runner at first. Adrianza trying to take up as much room on the right side as he can. And with that in mind, Matt Cain working Escobar inside.
If you have a guy struggling early with command, don't help him. Don't expand your zone. Stay right in the middle of the plate. 1 pitch, 1 spot. Because Cain's feeling it right now. He's coming off a 5-walk performance. He can't throw a strike. it's easier said than done. In the first inning, you're more amped up than the other innings. You want to hit, you want to be 1 for 1, but you also want to take a walk if it's there.
Taylor with that familiar lean towards second. And as FP has noted, gives the impression that he's running on every pitch. He has stolen 14 out of 17. So he has nearly 1/3 the Nats total of 45 stolen bases.
Likes to run early in the count, too.
1-0 here. There he goes. Pitch way inside. And Buster Posey had no chance. 15 of 18.
Well, you like the aggressiveness. Now the Nats have some speed at the top of the order. It's a game changer. You know Escobar can hit, but he can't run like Michael Taylor. So now you got a true stolen base threat. Maybe Escobar gets a couple more fastballs. I'll tell you this, Matt Cain doesn't know where it's going right now. That almost hit Yunel Escobar.
And Escobar's going to bunt the runner over. Kind of surprising everybody there, but he hit it pretty hard and Duffy took care of it. But a 5-3 to get Taylor to third base, 1 out.
Well, I like the idea, and I like getting the runner over early. And now Bryce Harper has a chance for, I guess he has a rare RBI opportunity, a better way to put it. But with Matt Cain throwing balls and he can't throw a strike, you gave him a free out. And that was ball 3 right there.
And when's the last time we said that all Bryce Harper has to do is hit a fly ball or a grounder up the middle to get RBI number 70? He just has not had any opportunities lately. And Bryce, because of the knee, as FP has noted, kind of swinging for singles lately, not able to really stay back and power the ball. He has hit safely 19 of his last 21 games. Tied with Buster Posey, second in the league. And he checks one to right. Hunter Pence going back. He's going to grab it on the track. And a very good at bat by Bryce Harper. And finally, there's RBI number 70. Dugout likes it.
Yeah, some good life in that dugout. And shake up the lineup a little bit. A leadoff walk, a stolen base, a sacrifice bunt by Yunel Escobar, and then what would have been 0 for 1 for Bryce Harper turns out to be 1-0 for the Nationals.
There's a fastball that runs back to the outside edge on Ryan Zimmerman. Well, Taylor manufactures a run, didn't he? Got himself on, got himself to second. Escobar got him over. A couple of good fastballs there. Ryan had a rough night last night. 3 Ks, a ground ball to start the game, and he was robbed of a hit. And he has 8 career hits against Cain with a homer, 5 RBIs.
Might just tell Matt Cain from previous years he's not finishing, cutting it off. And what does that mean? He's a guy that a lot like Jordan Zimmerman has that late life, that hop in the fastball at the end. It's not there. He's not following through.
Two-two pitch with 2 outs. Well, you got way ahead.
Just watch his finish. It's pretty easy to see, even if you're kind of new to baseball and you don't know a whole lot about pitching. Just watch his follow through at the end. His arm isn't extended toward Buster Posey. It's just kind of coming right back toward his jersey, recoiling quick. Tells me he's not 100%.
Places that one well at 92. But the Nats get around as Taylor got aboard, and then the speed makes it Nationals 1, Giants nothing. bunt of the year.
Price got the fresh cut going today. It was worth an RBI.
Yes, it was. Giants lead the major leagues at 270, at least the National League, and they're third in runs, ninth in home runs. Brandon Belt having a big month, and appropriately named. 7 of his last 12 hits have left the yard, and he's hit .388 over the last month in this ballpark for the Giants, who face Max Scherzer. Max hasn't faced him in 4 years. 1-3 career in 4 starts against San Fran.
A 6-4 loss last start on the 9th against the Rockies. Went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs on 8 hits, struck out 10 through 84 pitches. Allowed 3 home runs for the second time this season. So fastball 94, slider 86, curveball 79, changeup 85.
Gregor Blanco has faced him 5 times and has 3 hits with a walk. Only 3 Giants have faced Scherzer before. The leadoff man later on, Hunter Pence and Brandon Crawford. Whistles to the inside edge.
That pitch right there is a pitch that Max got hurt with his last start against the Rockies. The fastball away to lefties that he was pulling across to the inside part of the plate. Jose Lobaton catching tonight. He wants a slider.
Sound like a busted bat. Danny Espinosa getting the start tonight. Takes care of that ground ball.
Well, here's your defense for the Nats tonight. Robinson, Taylor, Harper, the outfield. Desmond Escobar, left side. Danny Espinosa, Ryan Zimmerman, right side. Jose Lobaton behind the plate. And Danny Espinosa back in there tonight. All the positions he's played this year, just 3 errors.
And as we've mentioned before, if they did give a 10th Gold Glove, he would be one of the guys seriously after that. Here's Matt Duffy, third baseman, having a great rookie year. He's hitting .328 against right-handers, 4th best in the league. What young player does that? Not many. Hammered out of here. Ball tailing back in, and that's Duffy's 10th home run.
Well, I think he wanted this on the other side of the plate. Look where the pitch ends up. Jose Lobaton setting up away. The ball ran back almost to the inner half. And Matt Duffy has some sneaky pop. He's got a quick bat. He got to that one. And we're tied at 1. Almost hit the fluorescent line target out there, didn't he?
The Giants have just hit their 100th home run. Max Scherzer giving up an alarming number of home runs lately. That's 17 on the year. Bruce Bochy's team, 2nd straight night. They have an immediate answer for the Nats scoring in the top of the 1st. Out of play off the bat of Brandon Belt. Belt had an RBI hit last night, couple of walks, on base 3 times. And he gets jammed and fights it off into right field. Now it's Posey.
You know, sometimes as a pitcher, when you're a crossfire guy, and that means stepping toward the third baseline and throwing across your body, you try to overcompensate for that action, and you end up pulling the ball across. The fastball command for Max has been a little bit shaky in his last 2 starts. We got so used to him throwing 92 to 97, hitting every single spot. But he paid last time against the Rockies, and he paid here early. And I think he's just a little quick with his lower half. He's kind of stepping across like he always has. You can look at the 2 landing spots between Kane and Scherzer. Scherzer's just the one closest to the Giants dugout. But he's trying to overcompensate for that crossfire all of a sudden because his lower half is a little quick. And then his arm is dragging, so he's whipping it across, and that's how he pulls it to the other side of the plate.
And Buster fooled. That was a changeup, 88. Facing Scherzer for the first time. Over his last 38 games, Posey's gone hitless only 4 times, batting .410. Mets have picked up a run, bottom of the 10th. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Up in the zone. Buster came in tied with Bryce Harper tonight at 332. 9 points behind Paul Goldschmidt. There's the long hold by Scherzer. But had time been given? Looked like Buster just kind of left the batter's box. So that is no pitch. Stays 1-2.
That was late, and I didn't see a signal.
Wicked downward action on that, and a good block by Jose Lobaton. And now the count's full to the number 4 hitter. It's gone final in New York. Pirates win that game, and the Mets' 4-game winning streak is over. Belt is running. Posey swinging a miss. And Lobaton unable to get a handle. 2 outs. Belt, 7th stolen base of the year.
A pretty good jump by Brandon Belt right here. Good pitch by Max Scherzer, getting a big out in Buster Posey, and Lobaton just couldn't get a grip. Might have had a chance, but maybe the swing of Buster Posey kept Jose Lobaton back, but you kind of see that ball not really in his hand. If he throws that, maybe it goes into right field.
Hunter Pence against Max Scherzer. 1 for 6 career. It's a double with an RBI. And he was all geared up, and that was 88 that had him out front.
He got one of the weirdest practice swings in all of baseball, but his game swing. Swing is good. He let it rip right there. Looking fastball, got some off speed.
Everything he does, max effort. A beauty.
But he sets the tone for this Giants team. I know Buster Posey gets all the press, but Hunter Pence is a guy that comes to play every day, and he's not a rah-rah guy that goes out. I mean, he does it between the lines every single day. He grinds when he's obviously healthy. He's had some injuries this year. But when you have one of your better players as an energy guy that plays out of his uniform every night, you feel an obligation as a teammate to do the same.
0-2 now.
Because if he's a superstar and he's making this much, and I'm not a superstar and I'm not making that much, and he plays that hard, I better play hard.
Yeah.
Or else I'm not going to fit into that clubhouse. I mean, that's what an energy guy who's one of your better players provides a ball club, a spark. I mean, how am I not going to run a ball out if Hunter Pence is doing it every single day for 162 games?
1-2 pitch. Scherzer keeping the ball down. Runner going to third. A play and safe. Brandon Belt in under the tag of Escobar. And you know the Nats dugout may want to take a look at this. Although Matt Williams did kind of hold up one hand as if he's conceding, but now he was given the signal, we're going to have a look.
When he holds up one hand, that means he's going to take a look. And Lobaton kind of surprised. He recovered nicely, and Escobar's having a bad week with tags. He missed Andre Ethier on the triple the other night, and I don't know if he got Belt right there.
Lobaton thought he had the throw there in time.
That's
still looking.
Looks like he got him. Did he get him on the knee? You know what he does, and he did this with Andre Ethier, and hopefully I get through this quickly. He didn't sweep the tag. You know, as a defender, if you sweep the tag, now you're taking care of, you know, however many feet in one tag. But if you just go straight in and straight out, you have a chance to miss the leg.
Yetch will not challenge.
So Escobar with Ethier and now with Belt missed both tags because he just went down and up instead of sweeping the glove side to side. He would have got Ethier's leg, and he would have definitely got Brandon Belt's leg right there.
2-2 to Hunter Pence. It was 0-2. And Scherzer with a 96 fastball right down the middle, knee high, and Hunter Pence couldn't get to it. Giants tie it on Matt Duffy's 10th home run.
Also going to teach you how to tag right here if you're a younger player. If you watch Yunel Escobar, he's just going in and then right back out with the tag. But if you sweep the tag back and forth this way, now you have a better chance of hitting a leg. And we're going to show you a couple views of it. But he's just going in and out with the glove. Watch. Down and up. If you sweep that across, and you've seen guys, I'm doing it right now in the booth, and you knock his leg off the base.
They're chasing a long drive by Clinton Robinson. And that ball way out into that deep gap in right center triples alley, but a double for Clinton. That was a high towering fly ball that was in the air for quite some time.
Anyways, it's a sweep tag versus just going in and out. And there goes a no-hitter, by the way. Clinton Robinson doing it here tonight against the Giants. A double on the gap, and that's a home run in pretty much any other ballpark in the major leagues. Deepest part of AT&T Park. Hunter Pence gave it a chase, couldn't get to it. Now Ian Desmond trying to advance the leadoff double. Good swing by Clinton Robinson.
13th double of the year. And his 19th extra base hit. Ian Desmond takes a strike from Matt Cain. First inning, by the way, Matt Cain 18 pitches, only 8 strikes. Desmond, couple of walks, first 2 times up last night. And 0 for 2. On a ball up, he'll push it to the right side. Cain will stop him in the baseline and tag him. There it is.
That'll work.
So the Nats have had 2 chances to advance a runner tonight from second base, and they're 2 for 2 in doing that.
Well, Skipper's got to like that. I mean, doing the little things to advance runners. And look at that. basically a swinging bunt, and you come back to the dugout a hero, playing the game the right way. Nice job, Ian Desmond.
Danny Espinosa looking for his 30th RBI. He hasn't started much lately with Anthony Rendon back, but he's been on base 8 of his last 9 starts, hitting safely in 6 of those games. He got jammed and fought it off left side.
You see Bruce Bochy doing with his infield right here, and he's got him playing halfway. What's halfway? Well, based on the speed of the runner at third, Clint Robinson not a flyer. So now Brandon Belt and Adrianza can give themselves a little bit of cushion, maybe not on the grass, but 3 or 4 steps behind the grass, based on the speed of the runner at third.
Espinosa pinch hit. 9th inning. He was the last out of the game with Michael A. Taylor standing on second. The Nats were down by 2. They lost that game 3-1. On a pitch up, a check swing, and it's strike 2. Danny hitting .231 left-handed, .244 overall. Posey moving outside. Espinosa hits it hard up the middle. Here comes Robinson. And a good throw has him out by a wide margin. Brandon Crawford to Buster Posey. 2 outs.
Well, the Nats choosing to go contact play, but Clint Robinson's 2 steps off of third base. There's no way you're going to make it with that lead. And the reason he was so close to third, that's exactly where Matt Duffy was standing. He couldn't get an aggressive lead, and he was out by 5 steps.
Number 8 hitter is Jose Lobaton. His most recent start Monday night in LA when he handled Gio Gonzalez very well. Gio pitched 8 innings of shutout ball that night. Lobaton has finally reached 100 at bats. 20 hits on the year. Playing in his 31st game. Kane turning one over at 89, and Buster Posey had to go backhand to grab it.
Crossed up.
Yeah. 76 on the breaking ball, not what Buster was expecting.
I don't know how you get crossed up with a runner on first, but they just did. So no sequence here, just
Ooh.
Matt Cain decided to throw a curveball, and Buster Posey was expecting a fastball. Good recovery by Posey, by the way, to keep that ball, to catch it. Bruce Bochy's thinking exactly what I am. How do you cross a guy up with a runner on first?
Lobaton on a 2-0 count takes it in there at 87. Matt Cain, career record 97 and 98, making his 15th start against the Nationals.
Maybe he just didn't see him. Jose Lobaton has those stickers on his fingers tonight. Buster Posey doesn't. Sometimes it's tough to see. I got fastball right there. I don't know.
That was a changeup, huh? 84.
Okay. I think Buster Posey got crossed up again. Did you see the look on his face?
Like, kind of muttering himself, well, what's going on here?
Okay, this should be a fastball.
And by golly, it is. It's a one-hopper back to King.
Whoa!
Who gooses a bad throw over there, but he gave Brandon Belt so much time. Brandon could go chasing the throw. 1-1, middle of the second.
On fine-tuning their repertoire, their command as the season goes on. That's definitely the case with Max Scherzer. He told me recently that he's been trying to mix in more change-ups to right-handers, but he's well aware that to lefties, they've been hitting him better than right-handers thus far this season. And so to kind of combat that, he's mixed in the cutter a little bit more. He says it's a few miles per hour faster than my slider and on a different plane where lefties aren't as able to square it up. He knows that lefties are giving him a little more trouble, and they hit 3 homers against him his last time out, so that's something that he's trying to focus on, getting lefties out, and that cutter, guys, is going to be a little bit of a weapon for him against those left-handed hitters.
All right, thank you, Dan. And when you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. That's Dan Kolko with our Coons.com sideline report. For the Giants, 6, 7, 8, Crawford, Maxwell, Adrianza, bottom of the second. Max had a 20-pitch first inning, 14 strikes. First ball out of play left side by Brandon Crawford, who's having a monster season. He's got a long ways to go, but he's on a pace for more than 25 home runs and right around 100 RBIs.
And he was a defensive guy when he got called up.
Yeah.
Tell you what, that cutter is a left-hander. Just makes you aware of the inside pitch. It opens up the other side of the plate. So even if you're not getting outs with it, even if you're not breaking bats with it, it's in my mind. Hey, Scherzer's throwing a cutter. What? Yeah, he's throwing it. He threw 2 to me last at bat. Okay, well, you go up there as a lefty, you see it too. Now you're thinking about pulling the ball instead of going the other way, and it'll help him out.
Yeah, one at bat against Max Scherzer back in 11. 3 RBIs attached to that home run. Another plate appearance was a walk. So as mentioned earlier, Blanco, Pence, and Crawford, the only Giants to see Max prior to this evening. That ball hammered left field corner, slicing and foul to the left of the 339 mark.
Yeah, Crawford, a guy that's got power to all fields. He can hit an opposite field homer just as well as a pull side homer, and he touched that one.
"26 homers in 3+ years and 19 this year." And he hammers that ball to left center. Tailing away from Taylor. It hits about a foot or two from being a home run, and a good play by Taylor makes it close at second.
Great tag, too. Espinosa with the pick and his spin. He might have caught a cleat in his glove. But there's that opposite field power you're talking about with Brandon Crawford. And just got that fastball down and away. It was supposed to be in, and it tailed back right down the middle of the plate. And a nice play by Michael Taylor, letting it rip. And watch the pick by Danny Espinosa and the tag. All in one motion to make it close. Oh, did his hand pop off? Is he always looking for the little things now?
Yeah. 6 batters, 3 hits by the Giants, 2 for extra bases. Here's Justin Maxwell, the former Nat, who went 0 for 4 last night and continues to struggle in this ballpark. 6 for his last 52 at AT&T. Giants have their Friday night orange jerseys on. Slight piece, it's up in the zone and a strike, 0-2.
Well, it's Orange Friday here at AT&T Park. All the fans wear orange. They dress up like it's Halloween. It's become an event in and of itself every Friday night home game for about the last 6 or 7 years.
We'll see if Scherzer pounds Maxwell inside again here, like he did on the first pitch. Time given. Shows him an off-speed pitch away. Is a fastball away, and that is right on the line. 2-1 Giants. Now the throw gets away, but Maxwell stays at second, and he just drove in his 26th run of the year. So Max Scherzer, after the first pitch was inside, everything else was away, with the runner at second and nobody out.
Oh, nice piece of hitting right here by Justin Maxwell. Got the fastball down, inside out swing, and it just hits the line. On the outside part of the line. Do you see how close that was? Oh, Max Scherzer can't believe it. And it really did hit the outside of the chalk line for back-to-back doubles here in the second for the Giants.
And the Giants are 4 out of 7 to start this game. A-Ray Adrianza now the hitter, the second baseman. Swing and a miss on 94 away. Still nobody out, runner at second base.
See, this is where if you're hitting 8th and you have a runner on second, nobody out, I think you try to drive him in with the pitcher on deck. But maybe you try to drive him into the right side. Even though Matt Cain is capable with the bat, you really just don't want to sacrifice your at-bat for a pitcher to drive in a run.
Lobatone wants it upstairs, it appears. Max didn't get up very high with that one, but it was a late swing.
Well, he's definitely not trying to pull Scherzer in those first 2 swings.
Lobaton had to jump inside and try to frame that all at the same time. Ball one. Out of play, left side. One of the toughest pitchers in baseball to hit, and Giants have done a good job so far. Max's road ERA coming into this game 1.87. Only Zach Greinke better. Fastball away, and Adrianza keeps riding them out.
Well, you just wonder, what the 13 strikeout performance at Chicago did, the 16 strikeout performance at Milwaukee, flirting with perfection, the no-hitter against the Pirates, then coming back the very next start against the Phillies, where he went 8 innings in a 5-0 game, ended up being 5-2. I mean, there's been a lot of high stress, if you will, big pitches made, and you're wondering how it would affect him down the stretch. We talked about some innings in May and June may affect him in August and September, and he's going to fight you, but the stuff not as electric as we've seen it throughout the course of the season. And you just hope he's not tired. I don't think he even has that word in his vocabulary, but I'm trying to get on the same page.
Quite a battle here by the number 8 hitter, Adrianza. 2 balls, 2 strikes still. And Scherzer throws a breaking ball that appears to hit him, and he's going down to first base. So it'll be first and second, nobody out. Ideal situation for the Giants with the pitcher coming up.
Yeah, just kind of hold on to that slider too long, tried to bury it, and he did, just buried it off his foot.
So a home run, a wild pitch, a hit batter, and 4 hits already. Kane 67 career sacrifice bunts, and he pops that one up, but it's so far gone over the screen. 122 career hitter, 6 home runs, 0 for 13 this year, and 0 for his last 29 into last season. On 2 hops to Escobar. Sacrifice made perfectly. And now the top of the order for the Giants with a chance for more.
The joins for Pet Calendar Day on Thursday, August 27th. The Nats play the Padres. That's a 7:05 start. Special ticket purchase, you can receive a Nats player pet calendar featuring photos of your favorite Nationals player with their pets. It's while supplies last. Special ticket holders can also receive access to pregame petting zoo from 4 to 7 p.m.
So Max Scherzer, 20 more pitches this inning. First time around, the Giants go 4 for 7 with a hit batter and a sacrifice. Infield in. Gregor Blanco hit a ground ball to Danny Espinosa, first time up. Rips it, and that is right on the line. Maxwell will score. Adrianza comes home easily, and the Giants lead 4-1.
A deep breath for Max Scherzer, trying to reset right now, standing behind the mound, and a nice piece of hitting right there by Blanco on the changeup, and it's just fair too. So 3 doubles in the inning for the Giants. And Max Scherzer not used to this. So a home run in the first, a single in the first, 3 doubles here in the second. Giants 4, Nats 1.
There's the home run hitter coming up, and Matt Duffy. Gregor Blanco, by the way, in his 16th game as a leadoff guy. For the Giants, he's hitting around 365 in that role with an on-base percentage of over 450. So with Angel Pagan hurt, he has stepped in and done some big things. We are not used to this with Max Scherzer on the mound, especially on the road.
And he's usually a guy that when you get him a 1-run lead in the first, hey, that's enough, I'm good. That's all I need is one. We've seen that all year.
Matt Duffy, 378 with runners in scoring position. He and Michael A. Taylor best among rookies. And that total 5th in the league.
And as a hitter, if you're not seeing that slider or curveball or any off speed in the strike zone, you're just all about the fastball. You know, when Max Scherzer is striking a lot of guys out, the fastball's always been good, but you know, he'll show you that curveball, he'll show you that slider, and hitters counts for a strike. And now you have to respect it with 2 strikes when you pick up the rotation. Hasn't really thrown the off speed in the strike zone yet here tonight.
Fastball, that's ripped deep left center. Duffy one-hops the wall. It's another double for the Giants. And they are all over Max Scherzer here, 5-1. Duffy probably hit that as hard as his home run.
I mean, we're going to show you the double. It's not this pitch. It was the pitch before, the bounce slider. So now as a hitter, I'm disregarding. Look where pitch number 2 is on pitch track. So now if you're throwing your slider in the dirt down the way, I don't have to worry about it as a hitter. I see the fastball rotation. I'm on it. I take slider out of my mind. So now you become from a 4-pitch pitcher to a 1-pitch pitcher based on not being able to get your off speed over the plate. And it's a much easier at bat. When Max Scherzer's locked in, it's fastball for a strike, slider for a strike, curveball for a strike, changeup for a strike in any count. And tonight it's just been fastball for a strike, and the Giants are on it.
Brandon Belt now. Doug Fister up in a hurry. Belt, the only Giants hit that wasn't hit that hard. He got jammed. And he hit a flare out into right field first time up. Danny Espinosa has this one. Belt retired on the first pitch. 2 outs with Duffy at third.
It's time for your T-Mobile fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchCam. You just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast that's brought to you by T-Mobile.
Fister working swiftly. And a strike to Posey, who Max struck out first time. Followed with one on Hunter Pence to end that first inning. Yeah, you're right. Secondary pitch is nowhere near the zone.
He's kind of getting underneath it, around it. See McCaddy looking on, trying to figure it out.
Breaking ball, low in the zone. That was a pretty good pitch. Ian Desmond throws out Buster Posey. Giants come up big. 4 doubles, a hit batter, 4 runs, and a 5-1 lead. summer event. 2 years ago, Denard Span. He actually took a step in the wrong direction. Diving catch deep center. 2 runners on for the final out. The Nats held off the Giants 6-5. A 5-game winning streak at the time. That was Jordan Zimmerman's 14th win of the year. And it was leading the National League at that total. Outpitched Tim Lincecum that night. 2 years later, and things are rough right now. A lot of time left in this one, and here's Scherzer leading off the third. Right in there. Matt Cain, 30 pitches, 16 strikes.
Well, now Matt Cain has a 4-run lead, and we'll see if his command gets better, but that's going to get some base runners on. They're going to have to.
Fastball right side. Scherzer at the plate, 10 hits on the year, 183. He has raised his career average to. Cain missing way outside, 2-2.
But to get into this game again, you're going to have to take some walks, because when you're not slugging as a ball club and you're not swinging it, it's going to be hard to put together 5, 6, 7 hits in a row.
And Scherzer will chop a 2-hopper out to Brandon Crawford. 4 straight for Cain since the Robinson double.
Well, if you missed the first inning, some Geico highlights. Michael Taylor walked and stole second base. Yunel Escobar on a 2-0 pitch laid down a drag. Maybe the Nats thinking it's all they need is one for Scherzer. Then Bryce Harper hit this ball well to right, sent Hunter Pence to the track. Taylor tagged up, 1-0 Nats.
Curveball outside to Taylor, who scored his 32nd run on the year after getting his 15th stolen base. And a ball popped up into the twilight. Adrianza out. Now he gets called off by Gregor Blanco. 2 outs.
Brewers Nats 7:05 start August 21st. First 15,000 fans in attendance, ages 21 and up. You will see the Nats cap by Miller Lite. Visit Nationals.com to purchase your tickets today. So 21 and up for a hat. Is there beer in the hat?
Yeah, I think if it has a beer logo, it's 21 and over.
Is there the straws coming out of the hat that go into your mouth with beer holders? Those helmets were awesome. I could actually use one of those right now. Do you have one? The helmet with the beer holders?
I'm seriously considering one. At first availability.
I'll go on the air with it. I don't care. Let's do it.
There's Escobar.
Rally helmets.
Matt Cain with 85. And some pretty wicked movement on that changeup. Steve McCatty.
He's jumping out there. McCatty's telling him, and that's what I'm seeing. He's quick with the lower half, and he's getting out front, and the arm's trailing. And when Scherzer's good, like any pitcher.
And a ball falling. But caught by Gregor Blanco. Giants are one of the most sound, fundamental teams in baseball. Second in the National League in team defense.
later in tonight's game. That's brought to you by Miller Lite. That's good stuff with Steve McCatty and Max Scherzer in the dugout. And he was just showing them how when you jump toward a hitter, your arm trails, then you try to overcompensate because the arm is dragging. When you pull the ball across to the other side.
Hunter Pence, first pitch, third inning, and this ball is gone. That'll be his 8th of the year. Giants have hit 2 and they lead 6-1.
Well, this one right down Broadway. I think when you're having command problems as a pitcher and you start thinking about mechanics in the middle of the game, then you're getting away from what you need to do to be successful. The same goes for a hitter. If you're thinking, where are my hands? I'm jumping at the ball, keep my head still, ball's by you. And the same goes true with any pitcher if you're starting to think about mechanics in the heat of battle and making adjustments. You know, mechanically, I think you make adjustments with mindset in the course of a game. How am I going to change my game plan? How am I going to go after a hitter? But you know, mechanics on the fly, that's a rough one.
Fastball up and away, and Brandon Crawford, who doubled off the left center field wall first time, fouled it back. He got that second inning going. The first of 4 doubles in that frame. Doug Fister up again almost as soon as that ball by Hunter Pence landed. That's a great changeup. Really turned it over on the left-handed hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then another one. That was down the middle, but it had so much drop on it. Crawford missed it by a big margin. 3rd strikeout for Max Scherzer.
And a pretty good changeup right here for Max. 84, pulls the string. Crawford way out front. Good late movement, too. Really got that one out front, got on top of it.
Next up, Justin Maxwell. He drove in the game's 2nd run on a line drive that landed right on the right field line. Breaking ball away, out to Desmond. Quick out, 2 down. Ray Adrianza now the second baseman, the number 8 hitter. Took a breaking ball off the front foot. First time up. And that ball hammered to right. Bryce Harper is there, short of the track, and he'll grab it. Bryce has an RBI tonight, his 70th of the year. He'll lead off top 4.
Let's see what happens. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every home run a Nats player hits this season. It's for a wonderful cause. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection.
Bryce Harper, RBI number 70, sac fly, deep right field. First time up. Got a breaking ball and hammered it foul. No out ahead.
I think that's going to do it for Max Scherzer tonight. Doug Fister still throwing in the Nats bullpen. And I think Matt Williams.
58 pitches in 3 innings.
Yeah, got to think better of it. And go get him in 5 days.
Yeah, and that'll be at Coors Field. So here's Doug, continuing to throw. 1-1 to Bryce. Target up. It's up there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt Cain has retired 6 straight Nationals since the Clint Robinson leadoff 2nd inning double.
Tell you what, as a ball club, when you're struggling a little bit, you're thinking, okay, tonight's the night. That's the beauty of every day with baseball. You're on your way to the yard, you're thinking, okay, we're going to turn things around tonight. And then all of a sudden there's a 4-run inning, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go again.
Harper, high in the air left field. Justin Maxwell.
Garden Gnome night, August 25th, 7:05. 3-game set against the Padres. The first game of that set. The first 25,000 fans, you get an Anthony Rendon Garden Gnome. You can follow all of its adventures on social media. Visit Nationals.com to purchase your tickets today.
Ryan Zimmerman, Clint Robinson, the next 2 here in the 4th. And they continue just to pitch Ryan away with breaking balls. He has struck out his last 4 times in this series. Fastball running back to near the corner. And a 1-2 pitch. Fastball away, and Ryan Zimmerman fouls it high in the air. Second deck, right side.
You know, and the whole Scherzer thing tonight could be a byproduct of the offense. You know, the pitchers start thinking they have to be perfect. They know that the Nats have scored 1 run in 3 games coming into tonight. You know, maybe they're driving the park thinking, boy, I better throw a no-hitter tonight or throw a perfect game or I don't have a chance. Now you start pressing, you start missing your spots, and all of a sudden things start to spiral out of control. And you start thinking negatively when it's 3-1 because you know your offense has been scuffling. Just 1 hit here again tonight.
Right in there at the knees. Look like a hard slider, some cutting action. Ryan Zimmerman will track it on the Mercedes-Benz pitch track.
Yeah, a little slider from Matt Cain, and Ryan Zimmerman thought it was going to stay inside, came back, just caught the corner for strike 3. But as a hitter, Carp, I mean, there's got to be nights when you say, okay, you want to slug? We're going to slug.
Yeah.
You want to swing the bats? We're going to swing the bats with you. You score 5, we score 6. You score 6, we score 7. And that's just a pride thing.
Well, last night the Nats did nothing with a pitcher with a 4.26 ERA and a losing record. Cain comes in tonight coming off an injury, 5.59. And right now he's mowing down hitters to the tune of 8 in a row. Clint Robinson has the only hit. High fly double, deep right center 2 innings ago. Lays off the high heater, 3-0. Clint Robinson just having one of those seasons unprecedented for him at the big league level. He seems to have a hit or two every time he starts a game. Ooh. And he just took a 3-0 pitch right in the leg as Matt Cain held on way too long, and then the redirect got his catcher.
This one got everybody. Did it get Chris Guccione too? So a 3-0 pitch from Matt Cain. 3-0 pitch, folks. That's usually right down Broadway. Ankle, toe, umpire.
Wow.
It got everybody. And the umpire may have taken the worst of it, by the way.
Three guys trying to shake it off.
Yeah. And Guccione played that off well, because that got him where you don't want to get got.
Ian Desmond with 2 outs. Nats given an extra hitter here, and he goes pumping on a high fastball.
Cain doing the same thing. His mechanics are all out of whack. He's pulling the ball the other side of the plate. Really hasn't been in command with his delivery so far in this game. Just the benefit of a 6-1 lead and being able to maybe get a little more plate than he would want to in a closer game. I'm telling you, if I see a pitcher cart miss a 3-0 pitch that bad, I know that he is thinking. He's maybe not feeling great, or something's going on with his mechanics, because a guy like Matt Cain, usually a 3-0 pitch is right down Broadway 99 times out of 100.
Outside, 3-1. Quickest way to let a team back in a ball game, free base runners. Danny Espinosa waiting to see if he'll be hitting with 2 men aboard, or maybe 2 guys circling the bases. Desmond looking for something to drive. He got jammed and the ball popped over the screen. Clint Robinson gets a head start on this pitch. Nationals are down by 5. And Desmond hammers it right at Brandon Crawford. Top of the 4th over. Washington stranding its second base runner in a 6-1 game. Doug Fister takes over for the Nats here, bottom of the 4th inning, and he faces Matt Cain in relief of Max Scherzer. 2-0.
You see the arsenal for Fister. Pretty sure if you've watched the Nats play, you know it. 2-seam fastball, curveball, occasional slider, occasional change. Fastball's averaged 86 miles an hour this year.
Last appearance gave up that 3-run homer to Carl Crawford after an error in the 9th inning Monday night at Dodger Stadium. Those were unearned runs. Max Scherzer, 58 pitches, 40 strikes, 7 hits, 6 runs in 3 innings. No walks. He hit a batter, struck out 3, gave up 2 homers and threw a wild pitch. And Fister gets Matt Cain looking. 1 out.
Well, he's got pretty good memories of this ballpark. You remember the NLDS last year? Doug Fister took the bull by the horns. It was game 3. And really just came out and got the job done. I think an errant bunt play by Madison Bumgarner was a difference in that game.
Threw one down the left field line.
I thought that our 2-minute hit after the game was worth an Emmy.
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. I like what you said about the ball going down the line. I think the shadows were real tough that day, if I remember right, toward the end of the game. Once the Nats got the lead, Doug Fister took advantage. It was actually maybe the best we saw him all year.
Yeah, that's the one element about playoff baseball we don't talk about before October, because you don't know what time you're going to be playing. And if you're not one of the teams that the networks just have to have in prime time, you get some 4 o'clocks, you get some 1 o'clocks, and it can be really, really tough. Added on to everything else to score runs in the playoffs. Up the middle, Danny Espinosa, nifty little backhand grab. Couple of quick outs now for Doug Fister. Blanco retired. Next up, Matt Duffy.
I think the Nats right now take whatever o'clock.
Yeah.
Now, I was looking at the Giants record this time last year, because all the talk about they were having a down year. They won the World Series. They did have the benefit of the play-in game, but this time last year, Bruce Bochy's squad was 64-57. Just 7 games over 500. But I don't think the Nats, the way it looks right now, have the benefit of that play-in game based on what's going on in the NL Central.
Well, case in point, the Pirates and the Cubs both won again today. And those are the 2 teams all the wild card guys are chasing, with the Giants in that mix. That's a base hit. The Cubs have 5 more wins than the Giants, and they're a 3rd place team.
Tell you what, I've seen a lot of rookies this year, Chris Bryant included. Matt Duffy is right up there for me in Rookie of the Year.
Agreed.
I mean, he just can hit.
He's got everything but the triple right now for the cycle tonight, and it's only the 4th inning. And this is a ballpark conducive to triples in right center. Ball pulled, tough chance for Ryan Zimmerman. Played well by Espinosa to Fister. And it looked like a base hit. It'll be 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, hit that ball hard. That has to be a base hit. And Doug Fister almost went splits again. Remember last year when he did the splits? Covering first base. Good effort here by Espinosa. Fister covering and stretched as far as he could. It looked like that ball kind of came back a little bit on Ryan. He thought it was going to be to the glove side. It went right in between his legs. And a 2-out knock for Brandon Belt.
There's Buster Posey. He's the only batter Max Scherzer retired twice. Strikeout the first, ground ball to end the second. Then against Doug Fister, he's 1 for 6 career with a solo home run. Breaking ball, tapper foul. Look at Bryce Harper out there now from home plate to where he's playing is almost in line with that State Farm sign we talked about last night. He was further toward the gap for Brandon Belt, actually, than he is for Posey right now. So lessons learned by a couple of balls that fell in way out in that gap last night.
Those people underneath there in those archways, they see the game for free.
One-two pitch. Posey reaching to stay alive.
You just walk down the concourse on the other side of that wall. They have the archways, and you get there early and you check out a Major League Baseball game. Pretty cool, right?
1-2 with 2 outs. Yeah, right behind some of the great outfielders in the game there. This ball pulled out to short. Ian Desmond scoops it up. Throws out Posey. So Doug Fister puts a 0 on the board. First time the Giants don't score tonight.
Visit nationals.com/renew for all your season plan and renewal details.
5th inning. Espinosa, Lobatone, and Fister. Matt Cain, 61 pitches, 32 strikes. He's retired 9 of the last 10 Nats. And he's given up 1 hit. Espinosa, 6-2 fielder's choice first time. Clint Robinson with the contact play on, thrown out at the plate in a 1-1 ball game, top of the 2nd. Oh, 2 to Danny now. 2 for 11 career against Matt Cain.
I mean, I think how you get back in this game if you're the Nats is make Matt Cain throw strikes. There's certain nights when you're really aggressive with the guy that's got good out pitches like a Kershaw or a Greinke, but there's nights when you're seeing a guy throw the ball all over the place that you have to get him in the strike zone.
Espinosa high in the air, left center. Blanco going back, and he can't get it. Hits the top of the wall, and it's a home run. Danny Espinosa's 11th of the year bounces its way out of AT&T Park.
And that's Matt Cain's 7th home run he's given up in his last 8 starts. So you talk about some pop. Danny Espinosa in a ballpark that plays as big as any in the majors at night just went opposite field to one of the biggest parts of this park to make it a 6-2 ball game. What a swing by the Nats second baseman. Wow.
66 career home run, 11 this year. Here's Lobaton, and he rips one out to right center. That's going to plug the gap. He'll have to hurry. Up with it, Blanco. Throw off line in short, and the Nats suddenly put 2 extra base hits together.
I mean, it's just hard to keep a guy with double-digit home runs on the bench. Danny Espinosa's done everything right all season long, and now he hits his 11th home run to maybe spark his ball club to jump back into this ball game. Good effort by Blanco. Just out of his reach. Now maybe Doug Fister trying to bunt Jose Lobaton over, who was chugging into second base. Chugging.
Doug Fister can handle the bat. 4 sacrifice bunts. Actually 5 this year. Second on the staff to Gio. And that ball just tipped straight back. Counts even 1-1.
Doug Fister looks at his defense. He sees Matt Duffy staying home at third. That's where he has to bunt it. Brandon Belt is breathing down his throat at first base. Right in here to get the job done.
Fister pops it, but it lands. And now he's got a chance for a hit. And he's safe. Fister placing one in no man's land as far as the Giants are concerned. And now 3 straight hits. It's first and third, nobody out.
And Nats need a triple for the cycle, and the Giants haven't recorded it out in this inning. And we just showed you Matt Duffy staying back. If he's in, he catches that in his back pocket, but he stayed back. And now Fister smelling a hit, legging one out. And you can hear the dugout in the background when he crossed first base. Little life in that first base dugout all of a sudden. I like it.
Yeah, had a bunch of track coaches in there urging him to the finish line there. And so Doug Fister collects his 7th hit of the year. Michael A. Taylor coming up. Dave Righetti's made a visit to Cain. And Matt Cain trying to battle his way through at least 5 to get a W. And the Giants bullpen about to get busy. Jeremy Affeldt heading down there, the lefty. Michael A. Taylor 0 for 1. A walk, a steal, a run, and a fly ball to center.
Slider belt high, got away with one. He knows it. Yeah, the evolution of Matt Cain. When he first got called up, he was a power pitcher. 95, 96. Late life on a fastball, good slider to go with it. And as he's been in the league, he's had to be more about command, and the command just really hasn't been there all night tonight. That's 2 balls that Michael Taylor swung at up.
And Michael's been chasing some high heaters. 0-2 now. The battle begins with runners at the corners. Started the hands. Bat never really moved that much. 9 of 11 times he's taken care of this situation. And batting .366 with runners in scoring position.
Well, Cain's just teasing him up there. He's throwing him up there on purpose right now. And if he could, ideally, he wants to throw one just a little bit higher than that last one.
6-2 Giants. Danny Espinosa has homered in this inning. Well, a great chance to cut it to 3 or 2 in this inning with a long way to go tonight, and a starter in borderline trouble here. Target in. Ooh, slider just stayed in there. Ball 2.
Well, 40,000 umpires here thought it was a strike, but it really didn't come back. It was a backup slider that Matt Cain got underneath and around and didn't have that sharp break.
And Taylor on a pitch well out of the strike zone. Strikes out. Matt Cain's 3rd K of the night.
Yeah, big out for Matt Cain. And that second slider much better than the previous one.
Yunel Escobar 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt first inning, his first of the year. Paid off in a run. Bryce Harper on deck.
If the bases are loaded and Bryce Harper's a tie and run and Matt Cain trying to qualify for a W here, does Bruce Bochy bring in the lefty to face Harper? That could be interesting.
If I'm in a pennant race, I do. And the Giants are that.
He's thrown 6 straight balls.
Escobar, fly ball right field. Hunter Pence. Lobaton is not a fast runner. It's a guy with a good arm. And one runner will move up, but not the runner at third. Doug Fister, good base running play. Saw the high throw, went to second, but that ball not deep enough to score Lobaton.
Well, that gives the Giants a base, but you don't want to bring the tie and run up to the plate in the form of Ryan Zimmerman. You see Hunter Pence kind of overcharging that one, and that's why the throw went weird. Missed Brandon Belt. Buster Posey saved the run by reaching for that. But this open base at first allows Matt Cain a little more wiggle room to have some fun, if you will, with Bryce Harper. Bryce trying to hit one in the water and make this a 1-run game.
Hit the ball hard for a sac fly right field first time. Then a routine fly ball to not very deep left field second time up. And there it goes. Deep right center. See you later. Well, he hit it too far out to center to put it in the water, but the Nats are afloat, and it's 6-5.
Game on. Home run number 30 for Bryce Harper.
Finally. About a 2.5 week in between 29 and 30 stretch has come to a close.
I think if he was the tie and run, Matt Cain was out of the game. Athol would have pitched to him. But since he didn't represent the tie and run, Matt Cain stayed in, and we got a ball game.
Bryce Harper, RBI total shoots up to 73. Zimmerman, good swing. Duffy muffs it, and the tying run's on base.
Well, there's a fight you've been looking for a while out of this ball club. Down 6-1. We got a 6-5 game. Where was this pitch? Oh, my goodness. Right down the middle.
That's where the big boys hit him.
Oh, he still got his helmet on. He wants to hit again. Can I take cuts? Are we allowed to take cuts?
Well, good for Bryce. 30 for the first time in his big league career. Took a while to get there, and he has driven in 4 of the 5 Nats runs. And don't forget that little spark by Danny Espinosa with the leadoff home run.
Yeah, good call.
Robinson looks at a changeup outside.
That's what I'm talking about. You want to slug? Let's slug. You want to swing it? We'll swing it. Sticking their nose in there and fight and love it. Liking the new cut too, by the way. Solid looking tight.
Comes back from the outside. And you know who you are back home. Some of you stayed up to see Bryce bat one more time. Now you have to stay up.
And if you're sleeping, how do you know who you are? So they don't even know that you said that. So they don't know who.
Well, they're
you
the
are.
ones who didn't stay awake for the next at bat.
I don't even know who I am right now.
And Clint Robinson. How long can Bruce Bochy go here? 2 on, 2 out. Robinson is on for the 3rd time.
Well, I mean, this is one of your horses. This is one of your guys that helped you win 3 championships. You know he's battling and fighting. He's done it in the past for you. So as a manager, you feel like you have a certain loyalty to one of your soldiers to let him qualify for a win. And if he gets one more out, he gets a win. But
he's done.
It's about 24 other guys. And Bruce Bochy said, I've seen enough.
Yeah, now the ball game's in jeopardy for him.
I think that's why he left him in here so long. He gave him as much rope and as much leash as he could, but he's not liking what he's seeing, obviously.
The Nats, 5 of their 6 hits in this inning. This call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS Store, your one-stop shop for all your small business needs. Let us handle your mailbox service needs. We love logistics. '30th homer, RBIs, number 70, 1, 2, 3. And here's Jeremy Affeldt, who's been with the Giants since '09 and a mainstay in the left side of their bullpen.
You see his ERA uncharacteristically hovering around 6, and opponents hitting .292, giving up 5 home runs this year.
Ian Desmond, the 9th Nat to bat in this inning, and Ian's 1 for 4 career against him with an RBI. Tying runs at second base. Outside.
Fastball 91, curveball 75, occasional split the out pitch. 98 miles an hour though on the Bryce Harper home run.
Desmond to the right side and right at Adrianza. So the Nats send 9 men to the plate, 4 score. Espinosa to lead off the inning. Harper, a 3-run shot, deepest part of right center here. Power in a ballpark where it's not easy to do it tonight, changing the face of this one. Espinosa and Harper. Here's Doug Fister against Hunter Pence. Doug last inning putting a 0 on the board, 18 pitches, 11 strikes.
Danny Espinosa with 11 home runs and 313 at-bats this year. I just think they're a better ball club when he's in there. Just my opinion, but I do.
As you mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be just at second base. He can spell just about anybody out there. Pence takes a strike.
Yeah, I'm not saying where or for who. I just think they're a better team when he's in there.
Agreed. 2-2 pitch. Pence 1 for 6 career against Fister, and that's well outside. Hunter Pence, a straightaway homer. First pitch, third inning, that put the Giants up at the time 6-1. Fastball away. Zimmerman has to back up. Stays with it. Never panicked. Fister there to receive the throw. Next 5 will get you going tomorrow night with Gio and PV. Gio Gonzalez will be looking for his 10th win, and then Joe Ross and Madison Bumgarner on Sunday. Day off Monday, and now you're able to look at the rest of the road trip with 3 consecutive night games at Coors Field against the suddenly slumping Rockies. Here's Brandon Crawford, 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout.
Did you just say suddenly slumping about a team that's in last place in 16 games out?
Well, I remember them winning a series last weekend, and they haven't won since.
Okay, a team that's 19 games under.
Brandon Crawford 1 for 5 career against Doug Fister. Oh, big hop. Zimmerman had to pick that ball off above his right shoulder. 2 outs.
Well, that can't make you feel real comfortable playing first base. Look at Ryan Zimmerman after that one. I don't know if it hit a cleat mark, a spike mark, a divot, but that one almost took his head off. Watch the last hop. So first hop in the dirt. Now you're going to get the top spin. Boom. Look out. Heads up.
Fister and Maxwell match up for the first time. Fastball. And he misses that one low and inside. 3-1. George Contos for the Giants, who might run through a big part of their bullpen in this one tonight. Doug Fister walks Justin Maxwell, a hard guy to walk. He's aboard with 2 outs for Avery Adrianza. High strike. Doug Fister, great work rate here. Took a little bit off that one, and Zimmerman will handle all 3 ground balls in the inning. Folks, can you feel it?
Yep.
There's been a momentum shift in Natstown and San Francisco.
Sports Vice on any device with Cox. 6-5 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Only the top of the 6th inning. Giants up 6-5. Nats jumped right back into this last inning. Danny Espinosa got the party started in the 5th with a solo shot, his 11th home run of the year, and that's where the big boys go to left center field. And here he is from the other side of the plate, hitting right-handed. He'll turn around and try to hit one right-handed here.
2 for 5 career right-handed against Jeremy Affeldt. Even with the bag at third is Duffy. And Affeldt rolls in a breaking ball that goes inside. Top 6. And an amazing turnaround for the Nats, who since July 1st have hit .222 on the road. The kind of inning you can build on.
You win this game, it's the kind of game you can build on. Trust me. You come back and you know it's looking like it's getting really bad. See Matt Thornton get loose. You come back to win this one.
Espinosa out to the second baseman, Adrianza. Well, Dan might have something offensively to talk about finally.
Bob, last night Matt Williams said that he felt like his team was being too passive when it came to good fastballs in the zone. He said it might be the first pitch of the at-bat, might be once you work yourself into a good count, but we need to be ready to capitalize on good fastballs, and he felt his team wasn't doing that. Last inning, the Espinosa the home run, the Lobaton double, and the Harper home run, all on heaters. He wants his team to hunt the heater.
There's Lobaton batting right-handed.
Well, how you hunt the heater, I mean, it's a little tougher in today's game than when Matt and I played, just in the sense that you're not always guaranteed a 2-0 heater or a 3-1 heater. And every bullpen brings in a guy that has a heater at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, absolutely, you want to be aggressive with the fastball, but it's just a little different game today that a 1-0 count doesn't always buy you one.
And Lobaton to Adrianza. Tyler Moore will pinch hit for Doug Fister, who quieted this ball game down with 2 scoreless innings on 2 hits.
Yeah, good for Doug Fister tonight. Did a nice job of getting ground balls. Got a base hit bunt. I mean, that's one he can definitely build on. Nice performance out of the bullpen for Doug Fister, a place he's not used to.
Nats box, Taylor the walk, the steal, the Harper sac fly first inning. And then the 5th inning explosion, the Espinosa homer, Lobaton double, Fister bunt hit. Bryce Harper 2 out, 3-run blast to make it 6-5. Tyler Moore 0 for 1 career against Affeldt, and he just got hit on the front foot, and he's going to first base. Some errant breaking balls hitting batters in this one tonight.
All right, Tyler Moore, welcome to the ball game. Off the bench, off your pinky toe, tie and run on. A little double switch action for the Giant skipper here.
Juan Perez is going to left field to replace Justin Maxwell. So they'll have him lead off in the bottom of this inning. And that's it for Affeldt. The Nats knocking on the door again. faced one time before. Juan Perez will bat ninth and play left field. He'll replace Justin Maxwell, so the Giants pitcher, if you're scoring the game, will bat seventh.
If you're scoring the game after midnight, God bless you. Fastball 91, slider 84. He'll cut the fastball at 88. Occasional changeup, occasional curve.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Talked to a lot of people on the field last Saturday who score every Nats game.
Wow. Even the West Coast ones. Good for you. I'm not even on that one.
I know an announcer who once stopped scoring a game out here. Really? Down at Dodger Stadium, and then the Phillies scored about 10 runs. He didn't know what was going on the rest of the game. It was like 10-1.
You want to throw that announcer under the bus?
He shall remain nameless.
Come on. You can't tease everybody at home that's keeping score after midnight right now.
Left-hander Josh Osich.
That's who the announcer was?
Nope. Heartbreaking ball down and away. Michael A. Taylor 0 for 2. A walk, a steal, a run scored tonight. Tyler Moore at first base in a one-run game, top of the 6th.
So you're laying in bed with your pajamas on right now, and you got your Bob Carpenter scorebook on your lap?
Well, it doesn't have to be my book.
I mean, well, I think it should be, personally.
Well, with the number you've given away free, there's a good chance that's what's happening. Bankrupted my company.
It's a good scorebook. Yeah, especially after midnight.
And that's 90 cutting away. That's a pretty hard slider or cutter right there. So the Nats will strand a runner, but one-run game, a long way to go. Throwing that heater 70% of the time.
It's averaging 94 miles an hour 70% of the time.
'28-year-old Juan Perez.
And a slider change to go with. the fastball 70% of the time. That works every time.
Right in there with 85. Took a little bit off. 0-2. Perez, pinch hitter last night, made an out. That was his first at bat for the Giants this year. He's been with them for a total of 95 games the previous 2 seasons. And he gets overmatched by heater, off-speed heater right there. 1 out. Nissan will track it.
A little cut to that maybe at the end. Started off the plate, brought it back. Good pitch. Strike 3. 3-pitch. See you. Thanks for coming.
Giants box score: Duffy homer first inning, Crawford, Maxwell, Blanco, Duffy double second inning, and then Hunter Pence leading off the third. They led 6-1 at the time. Before the Nats 4-run 5th inning explosion. Gregor Blanco 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. 0 for 1 career against Matt Thornton. And a ball driven to left center. That's nobody playing there. Robinson was way over toward the line, and the Giants have that double thing going on tonight. 5th of the game, 2nd for Blanco.
Well, the 4 doubles in the 2nd inning tied a franchise record. This franchise been here a long time. It was the 6th time they've done it, and now another double here in the 6th inning. A lot of extra base hits in this ball game, both sides. Nats with a couple of doubles.
Blake Trinan now getting heated up. Left-hander Brandon Belt follows Duffy, but after that Buster Posey. So it's Trinan for Posey, it appears, if the inning goes that far. Duffy against Thornton, first time.
Giants with 5 doubles, 2 homers. Nats with 2 doubles, 2 homers.
Runner going.
Great job.
Yeah, he's going to make it. And Escobar had to keep that bouncing throw from going down the line. Gregor Blanco with his 10th stolen base.
Boy, watch the jump from Blanco in the background. As soon as Thornton rolls his head, that's just scouting by either Blanco or the Giants. They knew as soon as Thornton turns his head, he's going home. You saw Blanco sneaking, and then as soon as Thornton looked to the plate, he broke.
Duffy homer, double single tonight. A little bit low and away, 3-0. Yasmani Tomas of Arizona with this guy, the only rookies over 300. Walked him on 4.
That was maybe a pitch around here to face Brandon Belt and hopefully get a ground ball.
Yeah, Belt's grounded into just a couple of double plays this year, but a lefty-lefty matchup with Buster Posey on deck.
Brandon Belt hitting .226 against lefties this year, 19 for 84. He does have 4 home runs and 5 doubles.
2 for 3 tonight. The bloop into right field first inning, and then that hot shot off Ryan Zimmerman's body 2 innings ago. Facing Thornton for the first time. Goes up swinging. Zimmerman steps on the bag, now throws home, and he's safe.
Ryan Zimmerman realized a tick too late that once you touch first base, the force is off at second, and the run would have counted had he thrown to second base. And when he realized that, he threw home, and it was bang, bang at the plate. So right here, he has to touch the base, but now he realizes if he throws to second, the run scores. So the late throw to home and the great slide by Gregor Blanco is the difference. If he hits the bag and looks to home right there, he's got a chance. And I think the reason he went home is somebody was screaming, home, home, home. You kind of saw him make the adjustment. Good slide by Blanco. Good tag by Lobaton. It was just a hair late.
Blake Trinan will be coming in to face Buster Posey. So the Giants have added a run here in the 6th and lead 7-5. National Tire and Battery. Tires, oil, service, and repairs. That's all you need. And we welcome the rest of our Masson audience who saw the Orioles get an extra inning win a little while ago. We're in San Francisco. 7-5 Giants. They led 6-1 after the Nats scored a run in the first. A Harper homer made it 6-5. They've added a run here in the 6th. And it's Trinan, Blake against Buster Posey. He got him on a ground ball here last night.
Shattered his bat on a sinker, 97 miles an hour.
This time Buster sees a nasty front door slider.
That's what he saw first pitch last night for a strike, and then Trinan went fastball down and in, and we had a good shot of Buster Posey with his gear on right after that, kind of laughing like, this guy's got nasty stuff.
And that ball hit off the hands out to center. So Blake Trinan keeps the Giants from further damage. Nats down by 2, but Escobar, Harper, and Zimmerman coming up.
happened. So Belt with the chopper, and right here is the moment of truth. If he spins and throws to the plate, he's got Blanco by a mile. But he's thinking about Matt Duffy right here, and that little tick where he looks to second, and then you can roll it, guys, and then throws to home is the difference. It was a great throw, right on the money, good tag by Lobaton. But at the major league level, when things move so fast, split-second decisions make a big difference. Not a bad play, but as it was, they still had a chance to get him out. If he spun around immediately and threw it home, he would have been out.
Ryan Zimmerman bats third in the top of the 7th inning. George Canto still in for the Giants. Yunel Escobar 0 for 2 with a sac bunt tonight. And Escobar career 0 for 1 against the Giants right-hander. Kept the bat back, ball 1.
That was rough, Carp, right there, breaking down that play. After what I just saw on the kiss cam on the scoreboard between innings. Trying to regroup still.
Escobar over to short. Crawford. He's got a gun.
Well, you want to see home run number 30 one more time? See the location mistake? Matt Cain was pulling that fastball across all night long. And he threw that one right into the danger zone. Everybody fired up in the first base dugout. Bryce Harper making it a 6-5 game at 7-5. And Bruce Bochy going to his bullpen again. He's going for the left-on-left matchup.
Yeah, matching things up the rest of the way. Harper will face Josh Osich, who's been warming. It's the Raiders. How about that for a zoom lens? Here's some triple threat numbers brought to you by Jeep. So Bryce hitting .333. He's 1 for 2 tonight. 30 homers finally. Been a while. And then he jumps up with 4 RBIs in this one. Left-hander Josh Osich. And Harper to center. First pitch. 2 down. First time the Nats have seen this lefty.
And a little cut fastball right off the end. That's his bread and butter pitch. His fastball will run up there 96, cutter 91, and that one just cut off the sweet spot. And there's the arsenal.
By the way, Raiders 18-3 over the Rams in that game. There's Ryan Zimmerman. Inside edge, strike 1. Ryan 0 for 2 tonight and 0 for 7 in this series against the Giants so far. Target in again. That's a swing, says Corey Blazer down at first. A pitch in the dirt, and it's 0-2. Changeup. Osich makes quick work of Harper and Zimmerman, and we arrive at the Hyundai 7th inning stretch down here in China Basin, San Francisco. Great ballpark, great night for the Nats. Down by 2. Authority of the Washington Nationals, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Bottom of the 7th here in San Francisco. 2 ball games going on. Giants 5-3 over the Reds south of here, and the Giants 7-5. San Francisco 2.5 back of LA. The Nats right now 4 back of the Mets, who were beaten in extras by the Pirates tonight. Dodgers 5-3 south of here. And that is up and in. Casey Jansen takes over. Hunter Pence career 0 for 2 against him. Pair of strikeouts.
This is the matchup between, how do I say it, 2 guys that are wired.
This is,
I mean,
yeah,
if
this
you're
is not decaf versus decaf.
No, this is the one that if you're at home in DC watching, it'll keep you up. It's a human cup of coffee against the humaner cup of coffee. Or
2-1.
Just let's watch them both. Okay. All right.
It's like the catcher and the umpire kind of watch them both.
All right. Okay. All right.
74 on a big sweeping curveball that ended up 1.5 feet outside.
This is exciting. And they don't even have to do anything.
Pence pulls it. Escobar to his left, pops up. And Hunter Pence out. He called himself safe. Corey Blazer called him out. And you know the Giants are going to be checking on this one.
I don't know if Ryan Zimmerman's foot was on the bag. That's what I would be checking first. Safe or out, we'll see. But was Ryan Zimmerman even close to the base on this? Great play, by the way, by Yunel Escobar. Gets up, puts something on it. I can't tell there. What do you got here? He looks safe, and I don't know if his foot was on the bag. He might be safe both ways. Here, this will tell you. Foot was on the bag, so check that box.
You would think this will be overturned.
Hunter Pence is so sure he's putting on his base running wrist guard. Look at this. Well, the view they just showed on the scoreboard here at AT Park had Hunter Pence's feet out of the picture. You couldn't see the base. That's why you're not hearing a reaction. There's the full view, and you're hearing sort of a mixed reaction. And I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know. I think he was safe, but that doesn't matter sometimes, right? Yes, right.
He beats it out. Minute and 18 seconds. Brandon Crawford is next. Crawford 1 for 3. Part of that second inning 4-double barrage by the Giants, who scored 4 in that frame. Facing Casey Jansen for the first time. And then that's the pitcher, Josh Osich, who's on deck. I'd like to stay with the left-hander because Clint Robinson's the leadoff guy in the 8th. Desmond and Espinoza follow him. One. The ball smothered by Lobaton.
So important for Jansen to get that off speed over in hitters counts. I mean, he's a guy that obviously has to pitch to a corner, really shave off the front corner of the plate, whether it's in or out with his fastball. He's doing a nice job of it. But his secondary pitches, the curveball and changeup, so important to keep hitters off his fastball because it's not an overpowering heater.
Missing low, 3-1.
Got to keep this a ball game. Got to keep it a 2-run deficit. Give your team a chance on the road. Don't let the crowd get back into this. And for whatever reason, maybe a warm day here in San Francisco, the ball flying at night here. Still a lot of game left.
Pence started, then stopped, and the ball hit to Robinson and left at the edge of the track for the first out.
All right, give me that fan photo real quick. Who do we got? Courtney Ashby, you are a star at 12:40 in the morning on Masson. We promised you earlier in the game. There's your strong fan photo. Tweet your strongest fan photo. Hashtag Nats Couch Cam. You just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast if you stay awake. That's brought to you by T-Mobile.
And Bryce Harper signing in the background. Pretty strong there.
I didn't see it. I was reading the promo.
Osich 0 for 1 as a big league hitter. Obviously wants to bunt Pence to second to give Adrianza a shot to give the Giants another add-on run. They got one last inning.
Well, relievers don't practice bunting a lot. You know, starters come out every day at home and take BP. They practice their bunting, but relievers never do. It doesn't have to be a good one with the speed of Pence on first, I'll tell you that.
He lays off that one. It was a strike call. Counts even 1-1.
I guess with Robinson due up first in the 8th, that's what Bruce Bochy's thinking. He wants to keep his left-hander in the game for Robinson. He does kind of have a short bench.
Pretty well placed right down the line. Jansen to Espinosa, 1-4 on the sacrifice.
Nicely done.
So his first in the big leagues. Reyes Andrianza now against Casey Jansen for the first time. He's been hit by a pitch and then 0 for 2. .74 on the curveball, dropped right to the inside edge.
Clint Robinson giving him a lot of room in left field right here. He's an opposite field hitter. He's a spray guy, and he's playing him deep.
Andrianza has 11 hits this year, 7 singles, 4 doubles. One-two count. With the target away, the fastball's out there, and the count is even. Off speed. Casey has it on a hop. So after the leadoff single, shuts down the Giants. To the 8th, 2-run game. Robinson, Desmond, Espinosa, the do-ups. Lucas Giolito against the Bowie Bay Sox tonight for Harrisburg. 4th start at Double-A, 7 innings, a 1-hitter, 11-1 the strikeout over the walk numbers. And we want you to watch a couple of these breaking balls.
This is from tonight. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. All right. That's nasty. He's ready? Call him up.
Wearing number 44,
wow.
Lucas Giolito.
That's encouraging. You know, you see the numbers, you see the stats, but to see the video, that's great. Way to go, guys. That's good stuff.
So they left the left-hander in to face Robinson, but it's Jason Worth hitting for Clint Robinson. Sergio Romo, though, is queued up. And with the Nats down by 2, not 1, Bochy can stay with Osich at least for now. Fastball. Worth not happy with that call around the knees, outside edge.
Clint Robinson hitting .429 against lefties this year. Matt Williams choosing to go with Jason Worth, maybe trying to get him kick-started right here, facing a lefty.
Jonathan Papelbon. .84 floating in, the off-speed up. 2-1. Good night for Clint. 2 hits, hit by a pitch, double and a single.
Well, we just showed you Harrisburg. What about the Peanuts? They are in Potomac. Fan Appreciation Week, September 1st through the 7th. Fireworks, dollar tickets, Monday, September 7th. For all your ticket and promotional information, visit PotomacNationals.com.
2-2 pitch. Worth. Ooh. Chris Guccione looked like he was going to stand up, but he didn't. Mercedes-Benz, how close?
A little low. Good frame by Posey trying to get that call.
Worth to the left side. Top spin grounder. Matt Duffy. 1 out. 8th inning. Osich has retired. Harper, Zimmerman, and Worth. Looks like we get to hang around for at least another hitter. Ian Desmond. Drew Storen joining Papelbon now.
Well, if you told me the Nats were going to score 5 runs tonight in the Max Scherzer start, I would have said, okay, I'm
put it in the bank.
Go to Vegas and put a lot on there.
Desmond 0 for 3, 3 ground balls. Bryce Harper, a big night. Sac fly, RBI number 70, first inning. 3-run homer to cap off the 5th after Espinoza hit the solo shot. So Espinoza's 11th and Bryce's 30th. Off speed. Ian Desmond unable to reach it. No balls, 2 strikes.
The Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every home run a Nats player hits this season. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection.
Desmond serves it to right on an 0-2 pitch. That gets the tying run to the plate in Danny Espinoza.
What side does Bruce Bochy want Espinoza to hit from is what this is all about. Hitting .284 right-handed coming into tonight.
Danny Espinoza career against Romo 1 for 2. Seeing this lefty, of course, for the first time. And Danny doesn't bite on that pitch low.
Tee it high, let it rip.
Down and in.
Boy, there's a lot of cut to that 96. That's definitely not a straight 96. That ball's moving all over toward Espinosa, almost like a 96-mile-an-hour slider right there. Wow.
Come on, Danny boy.
1 on, 1 out, top of the 8th. Huge gap in left center. A lot of room left field corner. Espinosa pulls it right to the shortstop. Adrianza, bad throw. It goes into the seats. And what should have been a double play, but give Ian Desmond some credit for going after the young second baseman there.
I give him some extra credit, playing the game hard as he always does. Ian Desmond keeps the inning alive. He's going to get some high fives from his teammates right there. So Crawford with a good feed, but watch Ian Desmond playing hardball right here. If you're going to stay over the bag, I'm going to come get you. And maybe he felt his presence, but some traffic run by Desmond right there. Slides past the bag. Danny Espinosa on second. Jose Lobaton trying to make this a one-run game or more.
Down to Lobaton in the number 8 spot. And Anthony Rendon on deck. Jose just doesn't get many right-handed at-bats, of course, because of Wilson Ramos. He's 1 for 12 from this side of the plate. And the ball pulled down to Matt Duffy. He muffs his second of the night. And the Giants have made 3 errors. 2 of them on ground balls to Matt Duffy.
Well, trying to let you back in the game. Let's take a look at it again. He's ready for the ball, but he just kind of sits right here and gets the in-between hop. I'll tell you what, this infield tonight, you've seen some really kind of bouncy, tricky hops. We saw a couple with Ryan Zimmerman. This one comes up and bites Matt Duffy. And it gives the Nats a chance to get Anthony Rendon up versus Sergio Romo. Here we go.
Romo into the ball game. Anthony Rendon, and the tying runs are on base.
Follow the Nationals wherever you are with MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At-bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com at-bat for your smartphone or tablet. Lots of sliders coming to Anthony Rendon. Fastball away, slider away. Guy rarely comes into right-handers.
They've met once. That was last night. That's outside. And against Anthony Rendon, Romo able to induce a foul pop-up to begin the 8th inning in Game 1.
Wilson Ramos, the only extra left.
Uncertain swing, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Anthony Rendon 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter this year.
That little 2-strike swing he has where he goes no stride and punches the ball to the right side plays here. Maybe the fact that he's in a 2-strike count, the best thing that could happen. Now he's driving the ball out of the equation. And usually Rendon, at least last year, no stride, shorten up, choke up, and hit the ball the other way. There's a big hole on the right side.
Another sellout crowd on their feet here, 8th inning. And he gets Rendon on a pitch that was on the inner half of the plate. The Nats strand 2. They've left 7 tonight. They can't take advantage of 2 Giants errors. To the bottom of the 8th inning. Jonathan Papelbon in front of Jason Worth, who takes over for Clint Robinson in left field after pinch hitting for him. We'll get some work trying to keep this a 2-run game.
The fastball 91, slider 80, split 86. 42nd appearance. Opponent's hitting 209.
Outfielder Juan Perez, the leadoff man, came in on a double switch, struck out in the 6th inning. And that's a chopper that's going to be a base hit.
Well, nothing you could do about that except for put it in your pocket. Swing and bunt for Perez, leadoff man on. Watch. He just hits the top of that baseball and perfect. If you're Perez.
Top of the order, Gregor Blanco's had a big night. Pair of doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. And the runner on the move, and the ball dropped by Jose Lobaton, and a steal for Perez. Giants going hard for that add-on 3-run lead tally.
Well, Bruce Bochy very aggressive when he has a lead, and I think the bunt attempt by Blanco kind of blocked Jose Lobaton's view out of the baseball. I just think that's a good play for all you younger players. If a guy has a green light and he's stealing, show bunt, pull the bat back right in the catcher's mask, and keep it in line with the baseball. Catchers will tell you they lose sight of it. It's hard to throw a guy out when you do that.
Gregor Blanco, 2 for 9 career against Papelbon. So, an hour into Saturday morning for those of you back home. Good morning. Thanks for being up late with us from San Francisco. Nats led early. Giants tied it immediately. Then they took a big lead. The Nats came battling back to a 6-5 score. And now a Giants add-on run. 6th inning has it 7-5 here in the 8th. Time given. One, and a fastball bunted well, and that's a base hit.
That was perfect. I mean, this is Giants baseball. They find ways to beat you, and it's not with home runs always. It's with doing little things. A swing and bunt, a stolen base, a base hit bunt. They're pests. That's how they've won 3 World Series, being pests.
They put the ball in play. Matt Duffy, their third baseman's had a perfect night. Single, or rather homer, double, single, and a base on balls.
Sometimes it's not always about talent, it's about mindset. Talent does play, however, at this level. But you can get out a lot of when you don't have tons of talent if you come to play hard every single day.
Duffy 0 for 1 career against Jonathan Papelbon. That was a Giants-Phillies matchup. He was diving out over the plate, and that fastball made it tight on him. 24-year-old from Long Beach State who might be the Rookie of the Year. And the breaking ball way outside, ball 2. Giants have nobody warming up in their bullpen. Sergio Romo struck out Rendon. Looked like the 9th inning was going to be his no matter what the score is or would be. And the Giants trying to put this one away in the 8th. Runner going off of first, and a ball gashed out to center. It'll score a run. Back to first is Blanco, and San Francisco leads 8-5.
Well, you're seeing what teams might do against Jonathan Papelbon in a safe situation. He's very deliberate to the plate, and the Giants come out running here in the bottom of the 8th. A single by Perez, a swinging bunt. He steals second. Blanco with a beautiful base hit bunt. He was going right there, had to scramble back to first. And Matt Duffy, who's had an awesome night at the plate, not so much with the glove, but at the plate, getting the job done. So get him on, get him over, get him in with a sac fly. This is how they do it.
His third RBI of the night, and he has 55. Here's Brandon Belt, who's 2 for 4 with an RBI ground ball. He goes up hacking. Belt against Papelbon, 1 for 3 career. Good fastball to the outside edge at 94.
Yeah, good movement on that. Started down the middle and ran right to a corner.
Dodgers won their game 5-3 over Cincinnati. So the Giants would have to hold on to stay 2.5 back. And that's hopeful of gaining a game on the Mets. It's not over yet here, but they'll be down by at least 3 in the 9th. 0-2 with 1 out. Fastball up and in. Another well hit ball to center. And then it dies on Michael A. Taylor. Did he make the catch or not? They have called it an out. First base umpire Corey Blazer out into right field did make the out call.
Blanco had it right. He thought that Taylor caught the baseball and he was on second. He turned and looked at him again and saw him on the ground and thought he dropped the ball. So then he stayed at second base. He had it right the first time, changed his mind, and what are we talking about? 3 outs.
Nats are heading off the field. The Giants have a challenge left because they won one earlier. Bruce Bochy is going to come out and at least discuss this.
I mean, Taylor caught it. They doubled him up. And I'm wondering what the argument is here. It looked like Blanco was confused. And I thought he was confused because he looked out and saw Taylor on the ground, thought that Taylor slipped and dropped the ball. Maybe you heard the crowd react when Taylor slipped. A lot of times a base runner, you listen for the crowd when you're lost. They can cue you into what happens.
Well, Sergio Romo's on the mound ready to throw. So it appears the bottom of the 8th is over on a double play.
the Nats. First, Yandy Espinosa, his 11th of the year. That was to lead off the 5th inning. Opposite field job. Tough to go out that way as a left-hander. And then Bryce Harper got a bell-time fastball right down the middle from Matt Cain and hit his 30th of the year.
You've got to hit it about 415 to 420 to get it out in that part of this ballpark. So here's Romo trying to get a 4-out save as he faces Michael A. Taylor.
Double barrels in the Giants bullpen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Santiago Casillas up.
It's interesting.
And then is that Lopez for Bryce Harper? Should a situation arise?
He's their only remaining lefty. Taylor facing Romo first time. Michael A. 0 for 3. A walk, fly ball, 2 strikeouts tonight. And that's right back to the mound. Underhand toss, 1 out.
And time for Toyota Keys for Kids. $37 donation by DC area Toyota dealers to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
Escobar 1 for 2 career against Sergio Romo. Oh for 3 tonight with a sacrifice, first inning.
It'd be interesting if he goes to the bullpen in a 3-run game to face Bryce Harper. I think Sergio Romo's smelling the save here. Yeah.
To become a safe situation for anybody else, the Nats would have to get a base runner. 0-2 to Escobar with 1 out. And he's reaching. Here comes Brandon Crawford. 2 down.
Pretty good play by the Giant shortstop right there. What an arm.
They're going to make a pitching change here. Tomorrow night, the teams get together again. Jake Peavy and Gio Gonzalez in Game 3. Gio's been great. 5-0, 148, last 8 starts. Peavy, career against the Nats, 4-6. 9:30 Nats extra mass and 2. And right now, Bruce Bochy not paying attention to saves or anything like that. Romo's going to get a standing O for the 3 outs he got. And it'll be Virginia left-hander Javier Lopez to take on Bryce Harper.
Tell you, watching Bruce Bochy over the years as a Giants manager, even from the time he was with the Padres, he talked about how he's learned that you just go by your gut, you go by a feel. And however you manage during the regular season, he's talked about this publicly a lot. You just kind of throw that out the window in the postseason. And that's how he's won 3 World Series here. He said he learned a lesson when he was with the Padres against the Yankees his first time around the World Series, that you just can't go by a formula. You have to go by a feel and throw the book totally out the window. And I've seen him during the regular season, Carp, kind of do the same thing. He's just winging it. And this is what we're doing today, and if I have a feel for it, and you're kind of seeing that right now. A lot of managers were left Sergio Romo in there to face Bryce Harper with a 3-run lead and maybe get him a save. But when it's about the ball club and about winning 1 game, he's going to his lefty, Javi Lopez, to get that 27th out here on the top of the 9th.
Yeah, that was that 96 San Diego team that ran into the first building block of the Yankee dynasty under Joe Torre at that time. Lessons learned, and now he's come here and won 3 World Series. And now it's Javier Lopez.
And for my money, the best manager in baseball and a Hall of Fame manager.
He will be. 1995, Javi Lopez graduated from the Robinson Secondary High School in Fairfax. Went to UVA, 12 wins as a starter, mostly in his time with the Cavaliers. And he also hit .319 in college. So it's Lopez and Harper. And Bryce is 2 for 5 career against him with the base on balls and an RBI.
So if Harper gets on, it's the right-hander.
Yeah.
Santiago Casilla for Ryan Zimmerman, you'd think.
And that would be a safe situation. Bryce, a 4 RBI night. And after a pause, Chris Guccione calls it a strike. Big curveball at 78. .384th consecutive sellout here. And Bryce will foul it off to the left side. Harper to center. Blanco under it. And the Giants have already earned at least a split in this 4-game series. They beat the Nats 8-5. Max Scherzer done early, and the Nats just couldn't come all the way back.